Hello everyone, I'm here with Shane Rawlings. He's the listing agent of 5 West or East Harding?
5 East Harding.
East Harding Way. It was once known as the White Queen of Stockton. Can you tell us a little bit about this fantastic home?
I sure can. It was built in 1906 by Mr. Hurl. He built it for Carolyn Weston. Carolyn Weston bought it for her daughter, and then they had a son. He became the second port commissioner of Stockton, and once upon a time it was 1 miracle mile. It was the most northern home in Stockton at the time. So it faced the North Canal. So the North Canal was severed by the Oakdale Irrigation District years ago, but it used to feed out into the Delta here.
Man, this home is fantastic. Look at the ornate woodwork in this. Like, you don't see this craftsmanship.
No, not at all. The home alone has been valued through, when you go to replace it through insurance, at $2,200,000 plus. The trusses are all redwood. You have the original redwoods that stood, you know, when we have 1 foot by 24 feet or 30 feet or 40 foot in this house. All the different trusses are all redwood.
You can tell by the woodwork.
Yeah, the floor's mahogany. There's mahogany staircasing, the wide staircases.
Well, let's take a trip upstairs.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a trip. Let's check this bad boy out. It's funny, I used to work across the street when this place was, it was Safeway across the street. And we called this the Amityville house because of one of the windows up here looked like the Amityville horror. It was kind of a scary.
Yeah, that's funny that they ended up making the place in 2015 a bridal shop. Mm-hmm. So they had the bridal shop in here. We have a lot of the original chandeliers on the wall chandeliers. Each one of these things is, I've been told, $10,000 to $15,000. They're all the original crystals.
Wow, this is you feel like you're stepping back in
time.
In like the cowboy days, like I need some 6-shooters, right?
My 6-shooter.
Doc Holliday.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
It goes upstairs.
Yeah, we have the ballroom upstairs.
A ballroom?
A ballroom.
Let's go check that out. Oh man!
Yep. So in the day, like I said, they used to have all the guitars and everything up on the thing, and she really liked the tiki stuff. So in the town, we had the old tiki bar. Okay, uptown.
Yeah.
And they sold
the Islander.
The Islander, and they sold the Islander. Well, the clients bought all the Islander stuff, and this is original, like this is really from Hawaii, and the other things are really, you know, all this she put up.
Here is the window, the Amityville window that I would work 8 to midnight, be doing carts, and we would see the window. I'm like, it's spooky. But that little tree out there, when there was a shoplifter, she was running out of the store with like $500 worth of makeup, and I used to roll with handcuffs every day. I chased her across the street. She fell down. I almost bam! And
handcuffed her to the tree. I remember hearing that story of you doing that.
I went and got my boss. He's like, "You can't handcuff people to the tree." Things you do.
Oh, things you do for the good of it. We have Walgreens across the street on one corner, south. Actually, it would be northwest of us, and then we have. On the south side, we have McDonald's and a gas station.
So what are they asking for this place?
We're asking $1.2 million, but we're somewhere around, I would think, competitively a little bit over $1 million. I think $1 million. The property needs $200,000 worth of work, but with you have 3 hospitals, Dameron, St. Joseph's, and the State Hospital, all within a half a mile. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you have all the doctor's offices just littered by this place. So a bed and breakfast. Moreover, I've had people come in and they could put 20 people because they have to have a window for each, for an exit. And then we could break all this up. They could have the showers, everything in the basement. Or you could go and get it reconverted again if you wanted to make it a house, but you would have to go to the city. And I don't really see that happening. I see more of a business place where you could have offices, or a multi-residential place, even a bed and breakfast. This would be a cool...
I'm buying it.
You know, we've had a couple people look at it. We've had a couple people,
Appreciate
you know, doing that. I appreciate you too.
Man, this is a really
Lance.
cool place, man.
It's beautiful.
Let's get out of here, Trey. We got
more people to help.
Yes.
We're here at Alegria Market to get the best tri-tip sandwich in the world.
Hello, everyone. I'm here with Julio. We're at the
Alegria Market.
I could never say it. I met Julio a few years ago. They make a lot of their stuff in-house. Tell us about...
So let me see, we do tri-tip sandwiches, we do burritos, we do breakfast burritos. Every day except Wednesdays, today we do pupusas. And then we also have family packs. We take EBT, cash, debit.
You guys are truly like a family market.
Yeah,
for the neighborhood.
yes, the owner is my father. He started it back in 2003. I've been by his side since about 05, helping him through all this for the community. We've been here doing this for a while now.
And that's how we met. They were
inside Fremont Center. We started inside Fremont Center, yeah, in the back, all the way in the back. Man, that's a while ago.
Yeah.
It was a big grocery store, Fremont Center, and we started in the back department, the meat department. And that's when I met him, when he would go get a sandwich, and he came up with the most popular sandwich we have now.
No, your dad. Your dad.
Was he? Is that how it happened?
Yeah, because he was like, you want chorizo on that? And I'm looking at your dad like he's out of his mind, because when you think of chorizo, you think of like the stuff you get at
like breakfast, right? Like breakfast and eggs and stuff. You don't really think barbecue.
And, he's like, I'll put it on there. You try it. And you let me know. Man, I was hooked.
Yeah, and there was a couple of people that were there watching him make it for you, and it just became a thing. It just, people started, they get that sometimes more than the actual tri-tip sandwich itself. Yeah. And now it became a sandwich called the manwich. It comes with chicken, tri-tip, and chorizo. That's 3 meats on the Genova soft roll. Really good. For just $2 more.
We're gonna get the tri-tip and the chorizo right now, so we're gonna check it out right now.
There we go. Enjoy. Of course, man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you.
Hello, little one. What's up, CJ? What's going on, man? How you doing? Be right with you. Hello, everyone. I'm Lance McCann. I'm here with CJ. He is the owner of the Miracle Mile Shoe Repair. CJ, you're a young, good-looking guy. Being a cobbler isn't something that a lot of people take on. What made you want to step into this space?
Well, honestly, I had no idea that I was going to be a cobbler or work with shoes, leather. I just kind of fell into it. A mentor of mine next door.
Sam's Cafe.
Yeah, Sam. Everybody knows Sam.
Everybody knows Sam.
Mayor of the mile, baby.
There you go.
So he was on my case about getting a job. I was hustling, flipping cars, doing home improvement stuff, and doing restaurant advisement. He said I didn't have any consistency of life, is what he actually said. And
you're like, hey, I thought we were friends.
Yeah. And he was on my case for months. And I walked into the shoe repair shop to buy some laces for some Air Force Ones, because I wear white Nikes, you know.
Okay.
And the guy started telling me about how he's going to retire, how, you know, he's going to sell the place and whatnot. And I walked out of the store. Didn't really care to hear what he had going on, because I'm not going to go into shoe repair. Well, about a week later, Sam's still on my case about getting a job, and I walked back into that place, and I went ahead and threw the money on the table to buy the shoe repair place, just to kind of, you know, let them know I got a job, you know what I'm saying?
I just bought a job, Sam.
I have a job, and now he has to watch me every single day work.
Yeah. And how's it going, man? It's like, this is this place has been in business for a long time, and you're carrying the torch. So how has business been?
Yeah, so actually Mr. Chung, Seyoung Chung, everyone, you know, in the city really kind of knows about him. We're the other shop. You know, there's Caballeros, and then there's Miracle Mile Shoe Repair. Mr. Chung was in business for 29 years in this location. Yeah, he did great work. He's continued to do great work all the way up until I got the place. He's actually the person who started training me. He introduced me to a really good cobbler up north in Elk Grove that does...
So you said you were doing continuing training, so you drive up to Elk Grove and learn...
Up to Elk Grove, yeah. So I drive up to Elk Grove to watch this guy because he does high fashion. So he does all the red bottoms, Ferragamos, and it's, you know, and things of that nature. That's where I get that continued education. And then I go to a guy who is awesome out in Oakdale. He is the boot guy. Western boots, this is the man. Work boots, he is the man. And his name is Harvey. He's won competitions. He's ranked in the world.
Wow, I didn't even know there was competitions.
Come on, man. Oakdale, cowboy capital of the world, baby.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So do these guys just take you under their wing, or do you have to pay them? How's that work?
Yeah, so as you said, right, there aren't many people trying to get into the trade. It's a lost art, unfortunately. Well, it's a losing art, because there are people like me that will come in and take the chance, right? These weird entrepreneur guys that aren't afraid of the challenge, you know, that'll come in and say, you know what, it's forever changing. I'm up for forever learning. I'm up for forever growing. And jump right in it and start forging in the fire. Yeah,
I picked that up the minute I walked in here. I saw that in you. I saw your hustle and your drive, and I'm like, I just want to come here and share your story with everybody.
Yeah, and I really do appreciate that, man. And anytime you come in with them shoes, you know, we're going to keep you right, baby.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. So how do people find you? Really quick.
Oh, so Miracle Mile _ shoe repair. Come to 98 West Castle. Bring in what you got, purses, boots, leathers, anything you got, bring them in and I got you.
Come see CJ.
Quick question. Tell us your favorite your favorite or craziest shoe repair story.
Craziest or wildest shoe repair?
Someone that came with a crazy request, something like that.
Man, I mean, every day somebody comes in with some wild stuff. I mean, especially like these workers, they come in with concrete all over their boots. They come in with tar all over their boots. So you got to sit there and grind them out. And it's like, man, I'm going to charge you an extra $50, man, because I got to get all of this goo out there.
But it's their favorite shoe, right? So they're like, they don't care. They just want to have it right. Okay, now I can answer your question. Thank you, because you just helped me out there. Craziest shoe was this old lady. She's about 65 years old, right? She comes in, she has this leather upper, right? And she says, hey, I bought these in Mexico 40 years ago. Wow.
I don't want to throw them away. You have to do something. And mind you, this is probably 3 weeks of me being on the job and learning. So I'm like, lady, I'm not the guy, you know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so, but me being a softie, I said, you know what, lady, I'll help you out. And, you know, about a week into it, I was able to figure it out from what I've learned from Mr. Chung. And I contacted someone else outside in Elk Grove, right? And they kind of just walked me through a process on how to mold around the leather uppers, and actually came out pretty neat shoe. Yeah, pretty
nice.
Neat shoe, man. So,
you got pictures of those?
I don't. I don't. It was early.
Okay.
I didn't really think to do all of that because I didn't know if I was going to keep the place. I didn't know if I was going to be trash at doing shoes.
Right.
So, you know, you gotta make sure you can swim before you go in the ocean.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, CJ. Appreciate your story, brother.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Two very interesting stories today. Like people coming from zero to hero. I love it. Hello, everyone. I'm here with Johnny at Johnny Wokker's. Tell us about this mural, man. This is an amazing piece of work.
This right here, when we took over the restaurant, my friend, he spray painted all of this. First, he kind of sketched it all out, and he took him about 3 months to spray paint this. This side right here represents Cambodia. This is kind of like Thailand and Laos right here. So like parts of Southeast Asia and stuff like that.
Nice. So my brother has been talking about you forever. He's like, you got to go see John. You got to go do a video. He told me you started out as a food truck a while back.
Yes. One day I decided to quit my sales job. I've been in sales for like 15 years. I sold furniture. I was in the automotive industry. What else? I sold meat. Then I sold water treatment systems for homes and stuff like that. One day I just saved up my money, quit my sales job, and decided to take the risk. At 35, I was like, you know,
Wow, 35, that's a risk.
Now or never, and just finance the food truck and give it a try.
So all your friends were like, "Oh, you're a good cook. You should do a food truck."
Yeah, some people were like, you know, hey, try getting in a restaurant or food truck or stuff like that. But I always talked about the food truck, probably for the past 15 years. I grew up in the kitchen. We used to sell food when I was like 7 years old. I used to sell food at the parks and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
So my mom and dad, you know, they were war refugees. So we grew up in the projects and stuff like that, and we had a lot of siblings. So my parents would use that money and buy some of the meat and cook it and marinate it, take it to the park
And sell it.
Yeah.
I still see him, I think. Oh, not your parents, but somebody does it right there in El Dorado, right there by the Hammer Lane. There's a park where
Inver Cruz Park.
Yeah, people are out there cooking.
That's where we first took the food truck.
Okay.
When we first got it, because that spot right there, they've been selling food for probably ever since the early 90s. But we started out at like Van Buskirk, but different parts of the community and stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah.
So you started the food truck, and now you have a location. Like, take me through that little journey.
Okay, first 6 months, I almost gave up. First 6 months, I probably had like $400 left. The food truck payment was like $1,100, and we just couldn't. I mean, just couldn't think about.
Couldn't figure out how to make it work.
Couldn't figure it out, and just kept showing up every day. Kept showing up. Started building more customers, and we make everything fresh and hot. That's why we always wanted to put out the quality first, and we just during that time, the first 6 months, I didn't know how to get the food out there really, because the park started closing during the winter time, so nobody goes to the park. And we ended up next to the skate park on El Dorado and Swain.
Okay.
And we stayed there, and there's a Asian supermarket there, so we could get all the groceries and stuff there if we ran out. But we want to do everything fresh.
Right. And that's
like the quality have to speak for itself. We don't shortcut anything on the food and stuff like that.
So you may be waiting a little longer, but you're going to get something quality,
fresh and hot. So we started having people from the Bay Area that knew about us. People were driving an hour. Yeah. Sometimes they would sit and watch a movie in the parking lot just and wait for their food. Some people will go shopping and come right back. We'll give them a wait time, because everything's done one at a time.
Okay.
It's fresh off the walk, one at a time. So whatever you order, you can pick your own meat. You can get it spicy, medium, mild, whatever way you like it. Then also we use premium sauces that we cook together and stuff like that, so you could really taste the flavor. The food's very a little bit different than Chinese food.
Okay. Okay.
You know, like some people would think it's very. I mean, there's some similarities.
It's probably like a fusion of your background and some Chinese food.
Yeah, because Southeast Asian, it's kind of like Indian and Chinese kind of mix through generations and stuff like that.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. So
take us to the next step here, the spot. What was? You were like, I'm done with the truck, or tell me how that went through your head.
When we had the truck, after 3 years with the truck, we had people waiting about like hour and a half all the time. So we were like, you know, we need to try to get a building and stuff like that, but couldn't figure it out during that time. And we had the opportunity to take over this and just kind of ran with it. Took the loan and ran with it.
Been a blessing?
Been a blessing, definitely been a blessing.
Nice.
It's a blessing to serve the community, to have the opportunity to let everyone taste our food, because our food is definitely different. We're trying to expand locations, We have about 30% of our customers are not from Stockton.
Wow.
They're from like different places.
That's crazy
So
to have a client base that broad. That's insane.
Yeah.
So, how do people find Johnny Wokker? Where do they find you?
We're here, 1139 East March Lane, Suite B. And you can check out our food on Instagram. We're a little bit new into TikTok, but we're merging into that as well.
What's your handle on Instagram?
What's that?
What's your handle on Instagram?
Like followers?
You no. How do they find you on Instagram? What's your name?
Johnny Wokker.
Okay.
Johnny Wokker. JohnnyWokker.
I like the play of the name Wokker. That's pretty
Thank
cool.
you. You know what? We I figured that name out when I was selling insurance one time, and I used to cook for all the coworkers, and they're like, "Dude, you need to get a restaurant. You need to
do
get in
something."
the food industry." And one day we just
You're just screwing
said,
around.
Johnny Wokker. Yeah, try to be creative, and we created the brand, and here we are, and we're trying to expand for sure.
Cool.
Slowly but surely. And also we're gonna start bottling our sauce, and I'm gonna start making videos and show you how to cook with the sauce at home.
Oh, heck
Like,
yeah.
You can pick your own meat, your own vegetables, use that sauce, and make the best fried rice in your own kitchen. We're gonna bring new flavors into your kitchen.
I can't wait, brother.
Yes,
Thank you,
thank
man.
you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate
Hey, everybody, I'm going to go enjoy my best tri-tip sandwich in the world. We hit up an old historical building on Harding Way with Shane Rawlings. We hit up the Miracle Mile Shoe Repair with CJ. We hit up Johnny Wokker's. Got to check that out. And Carniceria Alegria on the east side of Stockton, who hooked me up with this great sandwich. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.